Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon White 2. I'm your PokeGamer. In the last episode, we got started on both Route 17 and Route 18, considering this area is just in the, the area we're starting in is just in the area of Route 18, basically. So we're going to be continuing on Route 18 and making our way to the P2 laboratory today. Lots of trainers and stuff to kind of cover, as well as some news and other various forms of information that we need to talk about. Little explanation before we get started too far into this, of course. Thursday there was a blackout, so that's part of the reason why there was no episode. By the time I got my power back, it was kind of late, so kind of pointless to upload it, or anywhere between like 9 and 10 o'clock at night. I mean, or even later than that for that matter. But yeah, so that was that, and then the following day I just wasn't feeling very well, and that was on Friday, so obviously last day of the week, I don't record on the weekends. Yeah, I've gotten pretty much all of it out of my system. My stomach still feels a little bit, you know, as you can tell, I do have a slight cough. But, yeah, like, it's whatever. Moving on. I guess for those of you who are SOL, sorry out of luck, or shit out of luck, you know, whichever way you prefer to phrase it. The Gengar event ended as of this past Sunday, aka the 26th. You can no longer get it. If you couldn't get it and you wanted to, well, I mean, too bad. If you didn't know that it was going on, it was a shiny Gengar with a Gengar 8 to Mega Evolve, and it also carried the special move Sludge Wave, which you cannot access out of any other form of whatever except for through this event. So there's that. So, I mean, oh well, I mean, if you can't do it, you can't do it. So, other things that we need to cover, obviously, there was a major reveal for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Apparently there was a thing going on for this, like for the Wii U thing, which was, I guess, the 50 extravaganza thing. It was revealed that Mewtwo is to be a special character if you purchase both the 3DS and the Wii U versions and register them on, Club Nintendo. It'll be available as a free download for both versions from spring 2015. I get the feeling that that means it's just like, anyone that gets it whenever the Wii U version comes out, then you'll be able to get it early. But if you, I think maybe, I don't know. I have to look into the details a little bit more, but of course, because I mean, it just says it will be available as a free download for both versions from spring 2015. But it also mentioned that if you buy and register both, then obviously you can get it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just gonna be something fun that people who buy both versions will have access to before everyone else. I don't know. Could be wrong. But we'll have to deal with that when we get around to it, I suppose. So, I mean, there's that. That's cool. Not that too many people care, I guess. Fuck me too, right? For those of you who actually care about the Pokemon movies, I guess we can cover this, because I actually kind of enjoy Pokemon movies myself. I don't know about anyone else watching, but I do kind of enjoy them. Specifically the Mewtwo movie, as well as the Latios and the Manaphy movie, and the Jirachi movie. And of course the first movie, and Pokemon 2000, there's a lot, you get the point. A lot of them were decentish at the very least. It has been announced that the upcoming movie Diancie and the Cocoon of Destruction is to air in Canada on November 9th on Teletoon. The movie is set for DVD release next year and features the debut of the Pokemon Diancie and its Mega Evolution. It is also set to air in cinemas across Australia on November 8th. Further airings globally are still being confirmed, etc., etc. So there's that. Speaking of Diancie, the Diancie event has been announced for players in Australia and New Zealand. This distribution is set to run from November 10th to November 28th in various retailers across Australia and New Zealand. Specific retailers have yet to be announced, so if you want to make sure that you can get them, make sure to check out Serebii every once in a while. In addition to this, you can get it on November 8th if you go to the special screening of the movie at Hoyt Cinemas. Continuing on, the release for the demo over the past 2 weeks, there was apparently a new thing that was uncovered. They apparently Serebii, or just someone in general, has uncovered the fact that there is a method for a secret mission apparently. And the contents within. As such, they've updated their demo page, so be sure to go check that out. Basically, you can end up battling one of the two like the Magma or the Aqua team. You either face Archie or you know, something like that, or not Archie, but you know, Tabitha, or what's his name. You can battle either one of the two, and yeah, they'll just be kind of there, and you'll be teaming up with May, who has a Raichu and something else I don't really remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it's a thing. And considering we were just talking about this, for those of us here in North America, I already have mine, thank you. I, believe it or not, got mine at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, for those of us here in North America, the Diancie distribution has now gone live. This event runs until November 16th, 2014, and gives you the special Diancie, which cannot be found in normal gameplay. This event is a serial code event and requires going to a store in order to receive the code, which is then redeemed in Mystery Gift. So yeah, if you are in the United States, you can get this code in GameStop. If you are in Canada, you can get it from the participating EB game stores. And if you are in Mexico, you can receive from, or it can be received from Game Planet. So yeah. Also, over the next few weeks, we'll be having something fun to deal with, so be sure to actually keep an eye out for a video from me this Saturday as well as next Saturday. And yeah, hopefully it'll be something you guys enjoy. Also, apparently there's been a thing announced for OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire in the form of what I guess they call a dual pack. It's been announced that a special dual pack is coming to North America, exclusive to Best Buy and Amazon. This pack contains both OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire and comes with a special serial code, 2 codes for 100 potions each, mirroring a release coming in Japan. It's marketed at $79.95 and will be released on November 21st, same day as, you know, whatever. So in a way, I guess you can kind of save a little bit of money, just a tiny bit. I wouldn't mind doing this myself, because I'd like to be able to play through the entire game in a single day, while being able to, you know, save whatever for a later time. Not to mention, it's kind of hard to pick between the two games, because this time around I actually really like the designs for both Team Magma and Team Aqua. Courtney's kind of a little adorable chick, and she kind of has this creepy thing about her. Apparently she takes a huge interest in you as the, you know, protagonist of the game. For whatever reason, there have been kind of like jokes and memes or whatever about it on Facebook. May or may not have seen them, but I've seen them, and people were kind of making fun of the fact that she may be interested in Brendan, or, you know, whatever, or what the hell was his name? I don't even remember what they gave him for Orlando. There you go. Her interest in Orlando. So I don't know. Whatever. It's kind of hard to pick. I mean, I really want Primal Kyogre. I don't know about you, but Kyogre's always been my favorite legendary out of Generation 3, at least when it comes to the cover legendaries. My favorite all-time legendary will probably always have to be Jirachi. The thing is adorable as hell. I don't understand how anyone can just like it. I mean, sure, it's annoying, especially when it came to Generation 5 OU. Everyone bitched and complained about the fact that it had Serene Grace Body Slam, as well as access to Thunder Wave. I mean, just that off chance of going, oh hey, I'll use Body Slam, Parahax you, or I'll just Thunder Wave you, and then just proceed to start spamming Iron Head and continuously flinch you over and over again. And even if the flinch didn't happen, there was always that slight chance that you would get fully paralyzed. Honestly, I'm surprised Jirachi doesn't see much play. Then again, in Generation 6, you know, Steel types lost their little resistance to, you know, the whole the ghost thing. So, yeah, not much that you can really do about that. I mean, now Jirachi's actually prone to ghost type attacks rather than, you know, having something to kind of help defend against it. So, I guess in a way it's caused it to lose some of its playability, but it also doesn't really account for some other Pokemon. I don't know what Keldeo is currently tiered at, but I'm pretty sure that if it's not OU, it probably needs to be. Same goes for a lot of other things for that matter. Same goes for Terrakion. I haven't checked the tier listing recently, and I haven't even actually looked to see if they've been like getting started on suspect testing anything else, just because I've been a little preoccupied with the current L-Sword event that's been going on, and I still have to do that event later today. But yeah, like it's kind of just like, okay, there's a lot of Pokemon that are just in lower tiers that probably shouldn't be. And if you can't tell, by the way, because you know I've been kind of going on about things that normally don't pertain to the actual game, that was Crash or Wake from the Sinnoh region. Everyone kind of thought, oh boy, Sinnoh remake's coming before Hoenn. Guess that was wrong. I think that this is the first remake since New Generation came out, so yeah. By the way, can I just say how much I hate rotation battles? Like, some of them are fine, like honestly. I mean, whenever we move on to like Pokemon stuff when it comes to the capture card, things will obviously be less laggy, less of a pain in the ass, things like that. But yeah, so should be interesting when we get to the 3DS, because there's a lot of things I want to do for that. There's so much. There's a lot of things. There are things that I don't even own yet that I want to do. Like a whole new world has been opened up, and I really want to bring you all along on the ride through that world. And like, obviously everyone can play the games that I may or may not do in the future, but I mean it's still gonna be something fun to do. This means that like new releases I might be able to do if I can get the money for it, stuff like that. I don't know, I'll have to look into some of the upcoming Nintendo releases that the 3DS is getting, and maybe we can see if we can't find out something to do. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have recommendations, you're more than welcome to leave them in the comment section. I can always look into them. I'm not entirely sure if I'll do them the day of release. I mean, come on, let's be real, I might be in the middle of a Let's Play, but it doesn't mean that I can't eventually do it. Maybe if a game comes out like on the day of release and I'm in the middle of a Let's Play already, I can kind of make the announcement and just say, okay, it's going to start on X date, so if you guys are interested in it to watch it, things like that. But I don't know, we'll have to see. I'll look into some games later today or something, see what all there may or may not be, and see if I can't, figure something out to play in the future. It could be the distant future, it could be sometime next year for all we care. But I'm pretty sure our next Let's Play is going to last us maybe into the new year. I want to say that there's going to be a lot to do. Lots of things to see, lots of things to do, things like that. So, I mean, might I add how much I really detested... Okay, a lot of people, when it came to Generation 3, they hated the sea routes because there was lack of variation in the Pokemon, of course. There was usually just Wailmer, Wailord on occasion, depending on where you were at, Tentacool, more Tentacool, Pelipper, and Wingull, and that was kind of about it. Just because, I don't know, they could have fixed that in Emerald. I don't think they really did. I can't really remember, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, like this area is just, oh hey, a whole bunch of currents. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald kind of had a current thing as well, but they didn't, it wasn't like the majority of their only sea route. So, I mean, one can't help but be like, why? But, I don't know. I just really don't like the Generation 5 sea routes. At least outside of Undella is kind of nice, but this area, they could have done a lot better. A lot better. But, again, that's kind of just down to personal opinion, I suppose, so, I don't know. We don't really have much time to really do much else on this ship today either. Kind of almost out of time anyways. So, I don't really know what else we're going to be able to say or do in this episode. I mean, just going to check this other side here, and of course our repel wears off, so just use another one. And with that, we are pretty much out of time. So in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be continuing to check out the Frigid, see what all is actually still here that we can do, etc., and kind of move on from there. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't, if you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.